Summer, Lovers War. Is it working? Are we working? We certainly are working, so yes. I actually have read to actually cover chapters 81 to 85 of Kaguya-sama Lovers War. And yeah, I do apologize for the long absence away from this series. It's been... I didn't realise, but it's been like 4 months. I was like, bro, it's been that goddamn long. I can't keep track of time anymore at this point in my life. I'm 23 and I can't keep track of time. Stuff just kind of hits you like, bro. So yeah, I do apologise. I kind of just forgot to actually buy the rest of the volumes. And actually, when I left, there was like 2 out at the current point. And now there's 4, so we actually have volumes 9 to 12, I believe now. Which I guess will probably tie us over until the anime comes back, because I believe the anime comes out in April, and the next volume's in March. So I guess we've got enough to tie us over until the anime does in theory come back. So yes, I mean, a lot did actually happen before in Kaguya-sama Lovers War. The main thing is what actually happened to Shirogane and Kaguya inside the kind of storeroom. It's kind of the massive thing that happened, and also what's going on with Miko Ino as well. But anyway, let's put on Twitter actually gone live. So, gone live for chapters 81 to 85 of... Oh, no, I did equal sign and a slash. Kaguya-sama, love is war. And with that, I believe we actually are good to go, but are we though? They certainly are. Also remember the actual thing is up a second, give me 1 minute while I quickly just slightly alter my pictures. There we go. I realised the actual recording symbol for my camera is still inside the actual thing. I completely forgot about that, because for some reason I never actually oh god, comicsology is really weird. I forget. Right, there we go. I couldn't remember which way they go for a second. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But now we're good. We're working. Just comicsology is a bit of a weird thing to kind of maneuver through. So anyways, actually begin chapter 81, which actually is called Kaguya Wants to Touch. Shomiya has been acting strange ever since she collapsed and went to the hospital. Battle 81, Kaguya Wants to Touch. Hello, Shomiya. Shirogane. I was just leaving. I have other things to do today. Oh, okay. She takes off the moment I enter the student council chamber. She won't look at me. She won't look at me in the eye. It's almost as if she's avoiding me. Ballet one Kaguya wants to touch. So why did you run away? I didn't want to run away, but whenever I see Shirogane, I remember what happened in the sports equipment warehouse, and my mind goes totally blank. 3 chapters ago. I see. I must have some sort of neurological disease. What if there's a blood clot in my brain? First it was heart disease, now you think there's something wrong with your brain? You're getting closer to the truth, though. You can't let this impact your daily life. Next you'll be wanting to see a neurologist. We have to nip this in the bud. But how? How does one handle a problem like this? How about we develop a calming rituals? Professional athletes use rituals to control their emotions. Performing rituals resets their mental patterns. It enables them to remain calm. First, we have to choose a ritual. Ms. Kaguya, try moving around until you find a gesture that feels comfortable to you. A comfortable gesture? This is good. This feels comfortable. I see. Alright then, your ritual will be to touch your left cheek with your right hand. Now you have to establish your ritual to hardwire it into your brain so that you associate it with the state of relaxation. If a dog hears a bell before every meal, it will start drooling whenever it hears a bell ring. In the same way, you have to train your brain to relax whenever you touch your left cheek. Keep touching your left cheek with your right hand whenever you feel relaxed. like when you're soaking in the bathtub or listening to music. If you hardwire this association, you'll be able to calm yourself simply by touching your left cheek, no matter how naughty Shirogane is. I see. Once you master this ritual, it'll become a powerful weapon, though I have no idea what you're battling. And so Kaguya touches her left cheek with her right hand whenever she feels relaxed, in order to establish her ritual. A few days later, look, this is your future husband. And touch your left cheek. Impressive! You master your ritual in such a short time. I forgot you were a genius. What do you mean you forgot? The Kyoto estate staff had taught me the art of manipulation all my life, but it's a lot easier to just manipulate myself. Now you can stay calm even if Shirogane tries to kiss you again. Well, no problem. I wish you could say that without relying on the crutch of a ritual. Shomiya, Shirogane. I won't run away today because I have my calming ritual. But keep in mind, rituals lose their effectiveness if you overuse them. You should only resort to this calming ritual when absolutely necessary. Only when absolutely necessary. I'm still in control. Shirogane talking to her panic meter. Should end up in the hospital if the meter hits 10. Shomiya, you've been avoiding me. I have not been avoiding you. You're lying. You leave as soon as I enter, huh? If there's something on your mind, tell me what it is. Shirogane is getting within a 3-foot radius. I can't let him get any closer to me. What? What are you? Please don't run away. I just want to talk to you. How can we talk when you're pulling on my arm? Shirogane grabbing her hand. My head is spinning. But I can handle this. I have my ritual. All I need to do is touch my left cheek with my right hand. With my right hand. With my right hand. But he's gripping my right hand. What do I do now? Let me go. If I let you go, you'll run away. What should I do? I could shake him off using a joint lock, but that would be really painful. Kaguya's a black belt in Aikido and Judo. How about if I move towards him? But if I get really close to him, touching Shirogane +5. Don't just stand there. Say something. Were you diagnosed with serious illness? I know what to do. If I turn my back and move in close, I won't have to look at him. -1, keeping Shirogane out of sight. She's not listening. Or is it that you hate me because of something I did? What? You haven't done anything. And is it because I almost kissed you in the sports equipment shed? +7, Shirogane talking about the incident. But I didn't mean to. Shirogane grabbing her shoulder +2. I just happened to fall on you while you're trying to prevent you from falling. Seeing Shirogane face up close. +3. But then you closed your eyes. Yeah. Shirogane. Today's battle result. Kaguya wins. She mastered her ritual. But at what cost? But at what cost? The Pep Squad. Battle 82. Kaguya doesn't say no. They're so annoying, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and looking like they're having so much fun. I used to wish they would get wiped off the face of the earth. But I decided to change my attitude. I've always cursed and resented them, but never try anything new myself. I always cursed and resented them, but I never try anything new myself. I'm such a loser. I finally realised I should join the cheerleading squad myself. Then I could become a normie. Are we ready to fight? Yeah! Yeah! About 82, Kaguya doesn't say no. My logic was completely flawed. Joining a cheerleading squad doesn't make me a normie, because only normies join a cheerleading squad. Boy. The tribe of yay. They yell yay at every opportunity, they party all the time, they're bursting with energy and their clothes are all trendy. These kinds of people are everywhere, and Shinichi Academy is no exception. They're the polar opposite of someone dark like Ishigami. I made a huge mistake. I lost my mind for a moment. I'm so out of place. My classmate Onodera is glaring at me like she's thinking, "Are you out of your mind, Ishigami?" I'll be squad leader, Koyasu. Koyasu will be vice squad leader. Okay? Yeah! Totally okay, yeah! Someone has already been appointed squad leader. It's a bodily efficient system in which every issue is resolved by okay, yeah? Yay! The system overrides democracy. First we need to come up with a slogan for Team Red. Any ideas? Okay then, how about this one? Ah, so that's how things work here. There's no way I could join in the conversation. I get it. We didn't even need this meeting. So the choice is between these three. Burn Team Red, you're crazy. We'd totally be best. Instagrammable Team Red. These slogans really suck. What the hell does Instagrammable mean? You guys are obsessed with being photogenic? Like the way you take photos of every dessert you eat? Then how about this? What do you think, huh? Being best, absolutely crazy, haha, Instagrammable. That's just as bad. Oh nice, great. Sucks. But they're all smarter than me. Number 9 last time. Kazeno has to have slicked back hair. Yeah. I'll send pictures to your Line account. Whoa, we can go viral with Instagram stories. We're done. Let's go home. Damn, I have no idea what they're talking about. It's like me at every single social gathering. I just have no idea what's happening. Let's make a Line group. What should I do? I don't have a Line account. Can I use my Skype account? Everyone seems to have joined the group already, so I guess it's too late to install Line. You're Yu Ishigami, right? I heard about you. You don't have a Line account? Koyasu. Give me your email address. People in the Line group will send you endless stickers for no reason. I'll email you what you need to know. Thanks. I hope it's not too much trouble. So when do our cheers? The girls wear the boys' stand-up collar uniforms, and the guys will wear the girls' uniforms. Woohoo! Have we switched bodies? So find someone to lend you their uniform. Huh? Am I in hell? Are you the demons of the underworld? I bet you will have female friends who'll gladly lend you their uniforms, but I don't. Kazeno seemed so confident that everyone would be able to borrow a uniform. No prob, right? But girls loathe me. If I ask my female classmate to lend me a uniform, they'll refuse and freak out. What about my fellow student council members? Ina would say, "No way, I'll never be able to wear it again." I totally get it. Fujiwara might say, "Yes, but I know you're gonna use it for something creepy." I bet she thinks I'm a perv, although I can see why. And I'm scared of Shomiya. Maybe I should just quit. What did you just say about me? It's Shomiya. I'm so sorry. Why are you running from me? And so I need to borrow a girl's uniform for our cheerleading routine, but I don't have one. I don't have anyone to ask. I shouldn't have gone out my comfort zone. I should just quit the squad. You can wear my uniform. What? Really? Sure. You won't freak out after I've worn it. To be honest, I don't mind. I do mind a little, but I want to help you. Sure, Mia. You're crazy. What does that mean? I have no idea. You're pretty thin, but I have a very slim waist. Are you sure you'll fit? Why don't you try it on? Okay. You mean now here? I'll wait outside if you want some privacy. No, I don't mind. Shoma wore this uniform all day, but I'm about to change into it right in front of her. Whoa, am I opening a door to a strange new world? It fits. How cute. Would you like some makeup too? You wear makeup? My staff puts it on me sometimes on special occasions. I've learned by example. I've never cross-dressed before. What if people think I'm really a girl? Uncharacteristic yearning to be cute. Is the waist too tight on you? Not as much as I expected. Good. The waist isn't tight at all. But it's a little tight around the chest. I was in the track and field club in junior high, so I devil opted my pecs. I hope I don't stretch out your uniform. Don't worry about it. 2 minutes later, I'm done, Ishigami. Meathead inside. What the hell? Sheesh. Why'd you do this to me? I suspected you were up to something. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. Would you please stop giggling? I don't mind you helping out a young classmate, but you're awfully physically close to him. Not that I'm jealous or anything. From Vice Squad Leader Subame Koyasu. Practice in the courtyard every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 PM. Go Pep Squad. Well, I guess I'll stick it out. And so, Yu Ishigami becomes a member of the Pep Squad. His story continues in a victory and defeat at the sports festival. Ugh, I still look like a dude. Oh man. Okay. You promised not to drink juice with your rice. About 83, K Shirogane can't speak. Don't be such a picky eater. Green peppers are nutritious. Have you finished eating? If you have, can you thank me for cooking? Don't forget to soak your rice bowl in water. Enough already! Quick nagging. You're not my mum. Just shut your face, okay? I'm not your mum, but I've got to be like a mum since we don't have one. Dad can't lecture you because he avoids eating green peppers too. If I don't lecture you, no one will. If you want to be raised right, see, that's what makes you such a jerk. She's scary. The Shirogane family. Dad doesn't have a steady job. They live in an apartment that costs $450 a month and is a 20-minute walk from Sangen Jaya station. Their mother ran off with her lover. Their mother ran off with her lover. Their father's factory went bust. The Shirogane family has overcome numerous hardships, but now that they have a new problem in their hands, Kei has entered her rebellious teenager phase. Whenever she opens her mouth, the only words that come out are things like "leave me alone" and "die." She only speaks when it's absolutely necessary or when lashing out. After she snaps the way she did just now, she usually gives them the silent treatment for at least 3 days. However, the following day, Shirogane is having a nervous breakdown because Kaguya is still avoiding him. She even shoved him aside with a shoulder toss, because he happened to see Kaguya getting friendly with another guy. Shirogane's gonna break the poor dude. His sister suspects her brother's in love. You're home. She ignores him as if she doesn't care, but she has to resist the temptation to grill him for details. His siblings aren't getting along, but she can't ignore this issue. The members of her brother's student council include Kaguya Shiomiya, whom she adores, and Chika Fujiwara, her friend's older sister. She's close to both of them. Her friendship and future plans may be deeply affected by who her brother falls in love with. She's a teenager herself now, and she longs to get him to spill his guts, but she can't bring herself to ask. Why? Because Kei Shirogane is in her rebellious teenager phase. The Shirogane siblings used to talk all the time. Miyuki, hurry up! But her brother has grown overprotective over the past few years. Kei feels that he treats like a child, which hurts her pride. She can't help being annoyed. As a result, she has grown hostile towards her brother. This makes him reprimand his impetuous sister even more, and thus their communication is in a continuous downward spiral. It's been a few years since Kay last had a friendly conversation with Shirogane, but now she's dying to know the details of her brother's romantic life. Her curiosity is killing her. Her curiosity is killing her. She doesn't, but she's too insistent. Well, come on, tell me, pretty please. She'll appear too fond of her brother. She can't reconcile the behavior with her hostile attitude towards him. To Kay, breaking down and showing she cares would be humiliating. The problem is, how can she force her brother to spill his guts without betraying herself? Unfortunately, she relies on her superior brain to cast about for a solution, just like her brother would. And the conclusion she reaches is, what's this? Were you playing she loves me not? You're such a creep. She's decided to grill him with verbal abuse. Did someone reject you? Tell me how she said no. I'm not giving anything away if I hurl abuse at him. That's her theory anyway. Shut up, leave me alone. Huh? I'm willing to listen. That's what her facial expression conveys, but her words are cruel, so Shirogane's reaction is understandable. Honey, I'm home. Huh? Dad? Welcome. Hi. Were you playing She Loves Me and She Loves Me Not? Miyuki, are you in love? No, I'm not. Why don't you tell me about it? It's a father's duty to listen to his son's problems. I'm your sugar daddy. That doesn't mean what you think it does. Don't ever use that expression again. Oh god, I'm dying inside. Ugh. Oh, okay, so I thought I was getting along with this girl, but now she's avoiding me. But she hangs out with other guys. Well, with a young classmate of mine at least. I've seen them talking like friends. Does she hate me, or is it something else? I can't figure out what's going on with her. Whoa, what's the matter? Listening to serious romantic problems is more difficult than I imagined. What do you mean serious? If you're going to be sarcastic, I won't say any more. Relax. Your mother has been avoiding me for over 7 years. Her new boyfriend is probably a lot younger than me. I understand how you feel. Your relationship issues are much more serious than mine. Oh, I thought you were pretending to ask for relationship advice to make a point. You really should accept reality and sign the divorce papers. But I still love her. Your school has a sports festival. Yeah. Your school has a sports festival soon, doesn't it? Listen, girls like boys who can run fast. This is your chance to impress her. That only works in grade school. Enough already. No one understands how I feel. Wait, Miyuki. The reason she's avoiding you might be because she likes you. What do you mean? I mean, she doesn't hate you. She's avoiding you because she's self-conscious. She wants to talk to you, but she can't because she's shy. It happens a lot. Just give her a little more time. I'm gonna take my bath now. It happens a lot, huh? I try to remember that. Shirogane. Let's talk to the student council chamber together. Okay, sure, okay. Says that result, Shirogane wins. I talked to her like normal. I talked to him like normal. So who was he talking about, I wonder? Whoever it is might become my future sister-in-law one day. About 84, Miyuki Shirogane wants to dance. Heave ho, heave ho, heave ho, Sora, Soran, 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 Soran. Heave ho, Soran, Soran. Hi! There, I've mastered the moves. Liar! You lied! You lied to me again! I did not lie to you. You said you weren't a bad dancer. I didn't think I was a bad dancer. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed of yourself and your rotten dancing. How could you not know? That's not dancing. That's withering in agony to the beat of a drum. It's like you were an exorcist driving off demons. Soran is a well-known Japanese folk song. Every grade does something as a group for the sports festival. Second year students are going to do the Soran dance. Fujiwara begins to worry that she's noticed how confident Shirogane was. She asked him to demonstrate his dancing ability while she played a Japanese drum for him. Piece of cake. Soran. It was a nightmare. So as usual, she's coaching him. 1, 2, 3, 4. A few days later. How's that? I think that'll earn me a passing grade. You have a long way to go. People won't get PTSD from your dancing anymore. But I can only reward you 40 points. You're harsh when it comes to musical performances. You're just going through the motions by copying the sample performance video. You're not expecting anything. Listen, the folk song Soran is based on the traditional herring fisherman's work shanty. The steps simulate how the fishermen moved while pulling in their herring nets. The folk song was the fisherman's way of praying to God for a good catch. Your dance has to express the dignity of these men who lived and worked by the sea. Your dancing doesn't look anything like a man pulling in a herring net. You look like you're walking a dog. You need to channel the feeling of a fisherman using all his strength to pull in a herring net. The feeling of herring trying to escape getting caught and eaten. The feeling of the herring nets the feeling of the herring nets the fishermen are pulling. You need to understand all those emotions. How can I imagine how a herring net would feel? But that's the most important part of the Soran folk song. You'll never be a professional dancer until you grasp that. Why are you trying to turn me into a professional dancer? What I need to do is not to embarrass myself. You aim way too high. This is a group dance at a sports festival. A passing grade is enough. I can't take it anymore. Why do I always end up training you? You're so incompetent. Damn, she snapped. She snapped. I've had enough. Don't ever ask me for help again. I guess it's my fault she snapped. She always spends so much time and effort training me. I must really be frustrating. I won't lean on her anymore. Soran. How a herring net feels as it's being pulled up by fishermen. Oh, Shirogane, you practicing the Soran folk song? Shomiya? You've mastered the sets pretty well, but it looks like you're still practicing hard. I'm dancing well? I think I've mastered the dance, but I want to keep practicing a while longer. I think there's still room for improvement. Is that so? Before I actually continue, is the sound still working? Well, it certainly is. I thought I had a quick look just in case something might be happening. I do not trust my microphone sometimes. I can teach you to dance. Oh, you can? Yes, I've taken plenty of dance lessons at home. This is the perfect opportunity to touch him. When you dance the we're bold part, throw your shoulders back. Yeah, that's it. You look better if you lower your hips at the same time. I see. Let me think. What else? What? Hey. Huh? What's going on here? Kaguya's coaching you? Kaguya's teaching you how to dance? Yes, I am. I'm an experienced dancer. Is that so? Oh, Kaguya has taken classic Japanese dance lessons, so she certainly has a lot to teach you. Go ahead, please continue. Fujiwara, are you mad at me? Why would I be mad at you? I told you I wouldn't teach you anymore, so you're free to do as you please. I'm actually impressed you found a replacement so quickly. You're very adaptable. You'll make a great politician someday. Now please, continue. A dance is composed of graceful movements linked in graceful ways. For your audience to perceive your movements as graceful, they must be precise. You don't get it. Chica, do you say something? Nope, nothing at all. The way you move your fingertips, your gaze, your rhythm, if you master the model dancer's movements and mimic them faithfully. So simple. It's so simple. Mimicry is enough, huh? Why are you making snide comments? Do you disapprove of my teaching method? No. The saw and folk songs is great for beginners because of amateurishness of the dancers' movements add character to the dance. But I don't think you should simply mimic those amateurish movements. You have to understand the point of the dance and express it from the deepest depths of your soul. Even if that means your dance looks unpolished in the end. This is not the time and place for abstract concepts like the dancer's soul. Shirogane has to learn to execute the correct steps properly. That's not good enough. You have to teach him how to express himself to experience the joy of dancing. Someone's grumbling over there, but let's ignore her and continue. I'll teach you using my method. Heave ho, soran. I took Shirogane's future developments into consideration when I taught him. My training improved your dancing skill. You must faithfully imitate the movements of a good dancer. The audience will never understand what you're expressing with your dance anyway. As long as you move gracefully and correctly, they'll be impressed. No! Form and accuracy are important, yes, but there's nothing without the element of the human heart. Without it, your dancing won't touch people. You have to add the ingredient of love into your dance to truly please your audience. I'm releasing this boy. He's mine. You're making no sense. I'm teaching him now. The mother who raised the child and the mother who gave birth to the child both attempt to obtain custody. Echizen Oka, renowned magistrate of Edo, commanded the two women to play tug of war with the child. He promised to award custody to the winner. It's interesting when they do it. The mother who raised the child let go when she saw he was in pain. Echizen Oka determined that the one who let the child go was worthiest of mothering him, and gave custody to her. But in this custody battle, neither of them were willing to let Shirogane go. Ow, let me go! Heave-ho! The feeling of the herring net the fishermen are pulling. You understand all those emotions. Soran, heave-ho! 60 minutes later, heave-ho, soran. Ha! You're dancing beautifully. Says that result, Shirogane wins. He understood how herring net feels when being pulled. Well, there you go. You actually learn something in the weirdest places in the world when you think about it. When it comes to dancing, you're getting pulled by two classmates. Boy, that's how you understand. That's how you understand fully how to actually dance. So I'm Kobachi Osaragi, a member of the disciplinary committee. The kanji for Osaragi means Great Buddha, but remember my name. Battle 85, Kobachi Osaragi wants to crack down. A lot of students are getting excited about the upcoming sports festival. They might be getting up to all kinds of trouble. Be especially vigilant on your rounds. We will. The goal of the disciplinary committee is to support a chaste and righteous school environment. Is it chaste and righteous school environment? Let's make our rounds together. Okay. Our main duty is to inspect the student personal appearance and crack down on the ones breaking the school rules. That's Hayasaka. She's on a blacklist. Her skirt is way too short and she wears nail polish even though the dress code forbids it. We want to apprehend her by any means. Wait. Yes? Oh. Nothing. Hayasaka always escapes us. Hayasaka's actually one of the best characters in this whole entire manga. She actually literally is. I think she actually probably is the best character. We follow the rules outlined in the Model Student Handbook. Once a year, it's updated at the PTA General Assembly to keep up with the times. Previous rules didn't allow students to bring cell phones to school. They couldn't even bring novels to school. Skirt lengths had to be 8 inches above the ground. But now students can carry cell phones for safety and report crimes. Our library even stocks light novels. Students consider long skirts a style only a juvenile delinquent would wear. School rules have gotten more lenient because parents are coddling their children too much nowadays. Or it could be a backlash because the previous generation was forbidden to experiment with fashion in their teens. Our school rules have become pretty lax, even in comparison to the neighbouring high schools. Kind of reminds me of my own school, to be honest. My own school was kind of like that. It was very strict, even to the day I left. Last year's rules change actually give students permission to dye their hair. Miko is pretty unhappy about these changes. Tonight, I'll be all alone. Wait, really? Hey, wait! What are you implying? Oh, you're on the disciplinary committee, aren't you? What's the matter? You said you'll be all alone. What did you mean by that? Exactly what I said. That I'll be all alone because no one will be at home. You'll be alone? So you're inviting a man to your house? Oh, come on, Ino. You have a dirty mind. Huh? I just want to enjoy a long chat on the phone with him. Wait. What in the world were you imagining? Never mind. Miko is a chicken at heart. Illicit relationships are strictly forbidden, but disciplinary committee members don't crack down on couples who exercise caution. What day was March 13th, 1753? A Tuesday, correct? Impressive. Now a question from me. What day was the 15th most inconspicuous day from 1917 in terms of the 6-day series? A Sunday. A lot of students are quite odd, so we disciplinary committee members have a lot on our hands. There are sons of company presidents masterminding hostile takeovers, members of distinguished families fighting over whether to establish an offshoot branch of the family or not, outlaws of the state, no fighting, and a prince who is asserting his claim to the throne. Conflicts break out all the time, so we're also tasked with mediating disputes. Hey, board game club, what are you doing? Oh, Miko. A disciplinary committee member has appeared. We can evade her if we roll 13 or higher. Yahoo! You rolled 14. We have successfully evaded a disciplinary committee member. You have not. What are you doing? Is this Shinichi TRPG? The school grounds are our field of play. We're trying to defeat an ancient dragon who sleeps in the old school building. We're doing this for the good of everyone, so you should be rooting for us instead of criticizing us. Students who have transcended the rules are the most troublesome. I don't really understand what you're doing, but don't bother the other students, okay? Oh, I've got it. Let's use the time and space warp capsule. We'll warp to the back of the store. Yeah, we'll warp to the back of the sports field. Watch out, we might get caught in the chrono quake. Oh no, we didn't make it. Saitama Prefecture has vanished. This main committee and the board game club had never gotten along. Quiet down, will you? You're so inconsiderate. Don't talk to me about consideration. How can you play video games when everyone can see you? Because I had nothing to do until prep squad practice starts. How many times do I have to tell you that playing video games is against the school rules? Sorry, no. I'm directly under the student council chamber. The alumni association owns this land, so technically I'm off the school grounds. The school rules don't apply here, so you have no authority to confiscate my game console. Is that so? Well, then I'll confiscate in the moment you step back into school grounds. Ugh. Miko and Ishigami hate each other, which suggests that there's some kind of bond between them. So I'll amend that statement. Miko and Ishigami don't get along well. At least let me save my game first. Is Ishigami in trouble again? Yeah. He still hasn't learned his lesson. His classmates shun him. He breaks the rules to force Ino to pay attention to him. Ugh, what a creep. Yeah, he's a total creep. The first year female students loathe Ishigami. Students rarely express their hatred so openly. There are only two prerequisites for such an unabashed animosity. First, one needs to reason to attack the person in question. The more obvious their problematic behaviour, the more openly others may attack him. Second, there has to be some sort of victim. Ishigami once stalked a girl he liked. Then he snapped and assaulted and injured her boyfriend. He was punished with suspension. Those are the rumours that the first year students have heard at least once. Students might find it hard to rise to their own defence, but they can easily become judged during execution in the defence of one of their classmates. The victim girl left Shinjuku Academy, and the remaining film of students continue to attack Ishigami to avenge her. To be honest, I'm skeptical about those rumours. What I've observed so far led me to believe that Ishigami isn't unethical, he's just socially awkward. Ishigami skipped school a lot after that incident. He never gave his side of the story, so students assume the rumours are true. No matter what the actual truth of the matter is, he's surrounded by enemies. Yet, how can you show up to school every day as if nothing happened? Anyone else would be ashamed. Do I look like I don't care about what other students think of me? I'm terrified of all the female students, yourself included. But I can't run forever. I have to stand up for myself, even when I'm scared to. There's something I've been thinking about for a long time now. Kazeno, Koyasu. Miko and Ishigami are actually quite alike. It looks like Ishigami's practicing hard, so I've noticed that myself. Don't worry, we'll take care of him. Our job as members of the disciplinary committee is to ensure that students lead pure and virtuous academic lives. And now begins the sports festival that Ishigami will never forget. And there we go, I'll leave it there for today. I'll probably cover the rest of the volume tomorrow, actually. I don't want to cover too much because there's actually not that much left. There's only 3 volumes. 4? It's 3? 4? 3 volumes, actually, I think, or 4. There's 9, 10, 11, 12, it's 4. I can't count. But yeah, I mean, I like how this manga actually doesn't free develop, because it's one of those things that a lot of the characters are kind of trying to mystery, Ishigami included. Like, you don't really know much about him. I like how he's like an onion that as time goes on you slowly begin to understand who he truly is and what really happened. But you kind of do actually understand where Kobachi's coming from, because he is very socially awkward. He's a person that really can't express himself very well, and when he does, it kind of leads to different outcomes you expect. It's one of those things that if you actually understand the kind of feeling, it's actually very understandable. Like, he does in theory kind of have those moments you kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, Shigami. But I do appreciate that he's a character that has introspection moments. That you actually get to understand how he truly thinks. Like, he's a person, even though he's socially awkward, even though it leads to kind of moments you're kind of like, but he understands who he truly is. He understands what he needs to do to actually improve. He's not a person that is kind of like, he's not a person that kind of runs away. He's kind of done with it whole entire life. He's actually now starting to actually understand what he needs to do. And I kind of respect that about him. Like, his essence, he's a character who's actually kind of played off a joke sometimes, but in doing so, he's a character that actually has a lot more going on behind closed doors. That actually leads to actually us to understand there's actually more to him. And for that reason, he becomes more of an interesting character, one more interesting character in this whole entire manga, because, again, we don't know much about him, but when you do know something about him, it kind of opens up a lot more about how we see previous events. Because, again, it's one of those things that, yeah, we might only see half of what's actually kind of told to us, but actually, when we actually see the full picture about what Ishigami was doing, it changes the whole entire perception on the whole entire character. I mean, he might have not expressed himself very well, That doesn't mean anything because his intentions might have been not inconsiderate or anything like that. It might have actually been a different kind of emotion he had, but he just couldn't express himself because of the way he actually is. So sometimes it does actually lead to those kind of moments. It's actually one of those things that is a very interesting part of his character. So I'm guessing now we're actually probably going to head into the sports festival, where she's probably going to be one. It's always a turning point, the whole entire narrative, for one reason or another. If you actually know your genres, is actually probably when the romance starts to actually kind of blossom sometimes, or when the actual romance sort of hits a kind of a moment, so to speak. So we'll probably see that. But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting manga, especially if you kind of take out the central kind of conflict being Kaguya and Shirogane. You actually take them out of the whole entire manga. There's actually still a lot going on that you kind of do in for it to actually get to understand. I like also how other characters do have those moments where they actually kind of break character as well, because again, it's one of those things that they go against their type. They can actually kind of introduce as one type. They actually kind of go, well, actually, we're nothing like that. And I kind of really do like that. It's one of those things. Actually, it's a very interesting way to actually kind of categorize those characters. And since not actually kind of being the type, being actually going against type. It's an interesting kind of way. So yeah, I mean, we'll probably finish off the volume tomorrow, if all goes well, if I don't actually lose my voice in the process. But yeah, I mean, as always, you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, and do leave a follow on Twitch because indeed it doesn't require a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, then doing free, leave a like on YouTube because indeed it doesn't require a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, then doing free, leave my throat's dying. Leave a sub on YouTube because indeed doesn't require a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a follow on Twitter or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams are live and these streams I do as well. But until next time, with the rest of volume 9 of Kaguya-sama Lover's War. See you guys later.